Hi, my name is Ray Scazzeri. I'm the Director of Training and Development for Menholt Auto Group. I've been in the car industry for 32 years. The experience has been amazing. The information and the training is up to date and relevant with what's going on in our industry, also joined together with technology. Well, we've seen great results, huge results actually. We've sped our process up some, speeding up the deal, the velocity of the deal, as Tim likes to say. We've added the scanning of the driver's license, the scanning of the VINs, and we're making steps and leaps and bounds each and every time that Tim comes to visit and share some information. Most recently, we had a $292 per copy increase in front gross shortly after doing the closing and negotiating workshop in Billings. Well, my people are just hungry for the information and the training. I mean, obviously we all agree that the industry has changed, and we obviously have to change with it. And there's so much information out there and trainers out there that are still living in the past and still doing things the way that we've always done them. Why do we always do them? Why do we do it that way? Well, it's just the way we've always done it. Tim brings a fresh, very refreshing, relevant, up-to-date, not really reinventing the wheel, but just kind of moving some pieces and make it fit with what's going on in our industry and today's buyer, who obviously has changed. I would say this, if you're not looking at some different options and looking into the Kintz group, I think it's a mistake. The old saying is keep doing what you're doing now, you'll keep getting what you're getting. I believe you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Tim brings, like I said, a very refreshing, up-to-date, relevant information and training, and is also not just doing what we call the hotel training thing. Tim will come and spend some time in the store. He's scheduled to do a tour of our stores and spend a day in each one of our locations working with the managers and with the salespeople. And with most training groups, you really don't get that. It's show up at the hotel, light your hair on fire, they leave and go to the next hotel, but there's really not a support mechanism. With the Kintz group, what we found is not only do we have Tim coming in and doing the training and coming into the stores, but quite a support staff with Nicole at the home office, who helps us put together training schedules for each quarter, works with the managers and the salespeople, talks to them, maybe not on a daily basis. Well, daily, someone in our group, but is constantly in contact, keeps a look at someone if they're struggling and reaches out and talks to them. Hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm really having trouble in this area, and then recommends certain videos within the Kintz Now online training, which will help them go ahead and work on that issue and develop that skill even further. You know, for so long in this business, we would just tell guys, read this book, now go out and do it. Well, really, if you're going to develop skills, there's a couple of pieces that go together with developing skills. It's getting the information, the knowledge, and then it's practicing. But Tim has added some different things like the volleyballs, for that reflex, that instantaneous recall, so that you can develop that skill, so that it's available anytime that you need it. The hit cards, which gives you that opportunity to digest the knowledge. I mean, it's really the foundation of learning if we think about it. Some of the things that Tim has done and brought to our group, you almost look at as Tim has said, gosh, I don't understand why we didn't do this before. Why did we always have the trade evaluation at the end? Doesn't make sense. So it's, again, not reinventing the wheel. It's taking things that have been around, not just in the car business, but basic foundations of teaching, learning, and training, such as the volleyballs, recognition. Car guys are all about being recognized, and everybody wants to be the heavy hitter, right? Well, guess what Tim came up with? He came up with the bats, the heavy hitter bats. And they're all targeted around certain gross ranges, and each store determines what theirs is. And then we bring the guys up, they get to sign the bat. Then there's, of course, the guy, the dumbbells. The guy with the strongest closing percentage, he gets the dumbbell. Well, you don't want to be the guy that ends up with the fire extinguisher, because that's the guy that's having some struggles in getting deals closed. And nobody wants to have the fire extinguisher, so guess what? You get the fire extinguisher, they usually get on the horn, call Nicole and say, I need a little help here. She goes ahead and directs that individual to some chapters within the Kintz Now, and make sure he doesn't get the fire extinguisher next week. Quit burning through my abs.